Dear students, we have discussed time value of money with reference to interest and changes in the value of money with reference to present values and future values. Now, how do we calculate this interest, or what are the types of interest? So basically, we have got two types of interest, or you can say interest is applied in two different ways, so it becomes of two types. One is simple interest, and the other one is compound interest. First, we'll refer to simple interest. Why it is called simple interest? The reason is that in this case, interest is applied on the amount that we actually invest. That is called the principal amount that we invest. So, principal amount is the sum which is initially invested. Like if today I put 100,000 rupees in a bank account, this is the amount that I'm investing today. This is the principal amount. And simple interest is the interest that I will earn on this 100,000. It will be the interest earned on this 100,000 the first year, the second year, and the third year, as long as I keep my money in a bank at a certain rate of interest. I will keep on earning the amount of interest on this principal amount. So, interest, which is actually the addition in the value of my money, is calculated in a way that it is applied on a certain amount. And that amount, if it is the original amount that is invested, then it is called simple interest. So, if we say that the interest rate is applied all the time on the principal amount, giving us simple interest. So, is it right? Is it wrong? Is it good? Is it bad? That is not the question. The question is that what is written in the terms of contract. And simple interest is one way of looking at the things, that whatever you have invested, you will get a certain return on that amount of initial investment. There may be different circumstances where this is very fairly applicable. For example, if I invest a certain amount in a bank account, and whatever interest I get after 1 year, I withdraw that interest from my bank account. So I'm back to the original sum that I invested. And in the second year, whatever I'll earn as an interest, I again withdraw it. So if a person is keep on withdrawing the interest every year, then whatever is remaining is the principal amount, and every year the interest rate will be applied on that. And that is what is called simple interest. So, simple interest is just calculated by multiplying the rate of interest with the principal amount invested. So, here is the formula to calculate interest. If you look at this formula, it is very simple. It is principal multiply by the rate, multiply by time. So we can shorten this formula by writing it I is equal to PRT. So principal is the sum which is originally invested. The first time the amount which is invested or placed in a bank account, that is what is called principal. And rate is in terms of percentage. Again, it is important for the students to learn that what is percentage. Percentage means that a certain amount per 100 is to be paid after a specific period of time. For example, if I say the rate of interest is 10% per year or per annum, what does it mean? It means that 10 rupees for every 100 rupees invested will be earned after 1 year. So 10% per annum means 10 rupees for every 100 rupees after 1 year. This is the basic definition of rate of interest in terms of percentage. But in some cases, which we may discuss later on, that this rate is calculated in some different ways. For example, in some cases, it is also calculated as a certain amount per 1,000, not per 100. But we'll talk about it later. So in this case, we have the amount originally invested, and the rate which is applicable in terms of per year, percent, and then the time. Meaning that if rate is annual, the time should also be in terms of years. If I say the rate of interest is 10% per annum, so time will also be measured in terms of years. If the rate of interest is in terms of months, for example, it is 2% per month, then the time will also be calculated in terms of months. So applying this formula of simple interest, we need to reconcile the rate and time for the same period of time. Now, the other interest, which is against, or you can say in comparison with the simple interest, is more applicable, is compound interest. And the philosophy or the theory of compound interest is that once we have earned some interest on our investment, on our principal amount, and in the next year, we do not have only the principal balance available, but we have also some amount of interest that we have earned. So in the second year, we should earn interest not only on the principal, but also on the interest that we earned in the first year. And likewise, if we move forward in the future, we'll keep on accumulating some interest in our balance, and hence the rate of interest should not be applied only on the principal amount, but also on the interest that has been earned to that date. So compound interest basically is called the interest on interest. That is not only on the interest, but it is the accumulated amount that we refer to when we talk about compound interest. Now, if we compare simple interest and compound interest, we would see that in case of compound interest, we'll always have more interest amount, because the amount of interest is not only on the principal, but also on the interest that is earned over time. So it is also calculated by multiplying the rate of interest with the amount that is available in the balance. Now, a comparison of the two would show us that the future value using simple interest will always be less than the future value using compound interest. For the reason I have just explained, that compound interest will give us more interest because we are also calculating the interest on the previous interest that has been earned. So when we apply a fixed rate of interest, let's say 10% using simple interest and the same 10% using compound interest, we'll see that compound interest amount over a time keeps on increasing. और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ये कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है कि सिंपल इंटरेस्ट के मुकाबले में ये कई गुना होता चला जाता है. And the basic reason for that is that over a period of time, let's say if we are talking about a longer period, what happens that the accumulated amount of interest at times exceeds the amount of principal. यानी अगर 10% इंटरेस्ट पर ईयर चार्ज किया जा रहा है, तो हम कह सकते हैं कि 10 साल के अंदर ये अमाउंट इंटरेस्ट की तकरीबन प्रिंसिपल के बराबर हो जाएगी, और उसके बाद आने वाले वक्त में इंटरेस्ट की अमाउंट जो है वो प्रिंसिपल से बढ़ जाएगी. सो दैट मीन्स व्हेन वी आर applying a compound interest, we would see that the amount of future value in case of compound interest will be much, much larger than the simple interest. So the question is, which one of the two should be applied? Should we stick to simple interest, or should we apply compound interest in our calculations? The answer is not just yes or no. Simple interest has got its own applications, which we'll discuss later, that in many cases simple interest is very valuable and its applications are there. But when we talk about financial decisions, certainly compound interest is the interest that we use in all those calculations.